Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a level 27 chroma build that I have. Sadly, I do not have them to 30 yet, but when I do, I'm going to put a rage mod right here. Now, since we're already in the build menu, let's talk about the build. We mainly want to go fleeting and streamline for power efficiency. This is going to take away our duration by a lot, but it still allows us to get around 40-second ability timers, which is insane for a Warframe. This allows me to get 150% energy intensify and blind rage for easy 202% power strength access. Narrow-minded to counter out that fleeting expertise, and the same thing goes for prime continuity. Putting this up, like I said, will give me to 157 power duration, which is plenty enough, and vigor for maxing out my shield capacity and health to get the most out of my circle ability, or your 3 for PC players. Once again, rage mod would be viable here to always, when you're taking damage, you're going to get increased weapon damage overall, and you're tanky as all hell. But why is a guy with 400 health and 400 shield with only 350 armor, why is he so tanky? Well, like I said, strength, efficiency, duration will allow him, let's view these without mods real quick, will allow him to have access to these 4 abilities, but 3 of them are amazing. First, we're gonna go look at the last one, Effigy, which is the credit farming one, the infamous credit farmer called Chroma. He gives you a 20% speed increase, and it reduces enemy armor by 50% and additional credit chance of 60%, with a credit multiplier of 2 when maxed out. He does damage, health, and energy per second are all affected by mods, which come out to be what the one I have here is, which is 606 damage going to 6808 and 3.18 energy a second with 16,000 health once I max, 8,000 health currently. Let's look at the 2 middle ones, Elemental Ward, Vex Armor, your 2 and 3 for PCs, and your Square and Circle for consoles, or your for PS4s, and X and Bs for you Xbox One users out there. Elemental Ward will give you, depending on Chroma's elemental alignment, an offensive area of effect is created. Chroma and its nearby allies are imbued with defensive energy. Let me show you what they mean by this. When you go to energy, the only thing you want to pick is white. I don't know what black does, to be honest. Oh, this one does cold damage too, so you could have like a nice little black in there instead. But easy enough. Blue goes for shields, red goes for health, and any kind of purple or green goes for toxin. Simple as that. Electricity gives you extra shields. Ice gives you extra armor. We'll talk about that later. We'll also talk about fire gives you extra health, if I didn't say that one already. And gas gives you extra reload speed, I think. I don't have green, but we'll see if pink. That's fire. Okay, I can't. But the classic, because anyone who doesn't have any color palette should know that classic gives you all the colors. So it gives me armor. So the toxin gives you armor. So if you want to go green, then yeah. But for me, I go white. Like I said, everyone has access to Chroma's high potential, but I go white for armor. Let's take a look at his abilities once more with the mods put on. Elemental Ward will give me 303 bonus armor, which is great. 300 extra armor, that will put me up to 300 or 653 armor, which is great. That's Volkier tier. A damage multiplier of 6.
power duration of 40 seconds, and a status chance of 50%, which means if they get near you, they will get frozen. So yeah. Vex armor. When shields are hit, Chroma's armor grows stronger. When health takes a hit, weapon damage increases. This is your main defensive mod. Any Chroma can be tanky with this build right here, with this ability. Your armor increase will go to 606%, but when maxed out, 707%. Damage multiplier 4.03 for me, but 4.53 for any maxed out people, and a 40-second long duration. I told you, 157 power duration is plenty. So yeah. Now let's see what it looks like if we take off this. It's going to give us 90%, but it's going to give us a 54-second duration, which in my opinion, not worth, because we'll have enough power duration where we can just cast it again. We're going to be looking at many different weapons, including the Sicarus and the Vacor Sidon. We can bullshit these things to end game. We'll be looking at some of the higher end tier weapons like the Rakta Sarnos, the Latron Prime, the Tigris Prime, the Tsar, the Vacor Heck. We're going to show you guys what can make Chroma go late game. Actually, what guns can Chroma make go end game? And the answer is all of them. Pop Elemental Ward, pop Vex Armor, and go for it. Absorb all the damage, and you will take so much damage. 600% armor. Once you get to that 402% Fury, that's when you'll have the maxed out damage. Go ham with your weapon. There you go. One-shotted. So, that was a red crit, honestly. I'm really surprised that I actually one-shotted that guy. Anyways. Yeah, let's not look at that. So let's take a look at Sicarus Prime and Vacor Sidon. We're going to be looking at the Sicarus Prime. This is pre-buff, so on console, you guys have a dookie weapon. But this doesn't make it so dookie. So let Chroma eat the bullets. Get him up to a 402% Fury and just start melting the corrupted heavy gunner away. So yeah, you guys want to make a really bad gun good? Yeah, just equip Chroma. Next, we're going to look at the Vacor Sidon, which, in my opinion, doesn't have much endgame potential. Just knowing from my, it has slow attack speed. But, there you go. Level 100. Easily dead. Not a problem at all. We're also going to be taking a look at the Twin Ragas, my favorite secondary in the game. I put 3 formal on this thing because it's just so worth it. Never mess with shotgun pistols. Anyone, really. These things can be deadly. So bad. Aim for the headshot and go for the kill. Very little shots to take. But once your Vex armor is down, yeah, that's when you'll start lacking in damage. So, let's take a look at the Dread. Can the Dread one-shot this guy? Now, for me, honestly, I don't like using the Dread as much as the Rakta Sarnos, but we'll be taking a look at the Latron Prime. He tanks a lot, and you'll start. He has so much damage going for him.
Yeah. Latron Prime is too good for him. Actually, Chroma is too good because, you know, Chroma carries the guns, not the guns carry you. And that's really honestly weird. But we're also going to check out the Vapor. Heck, this thing melts enemies. This thing originally melts enemies. Now we're going to look at it with Chroma. Yep. So you ever want to take a tank that can do DPS? Yeah, Chroma's your guy. If you like mobile tanks, go Neza. If you like tanks, go to Rhino. But let's look at the Tsar. This is Tonkor 2.0, and I deleted my Tonkor because I love the Tsar. And the Tsar beats this thing in damage in every way. Now, I'm already going to get hate for saying I deleted my Tonkor, but I think it was well worth it. We can go use barrage mode if we want. Yeah, just... no. Let's look at the Cyanoid Simulor, which, honestly, my Cyanoid doesn't go into late game as much as I really want it to be. Can you make this thing go corrosive, boss? We'll go viral. Just because viral reduces health. Hold on. Just very little chunks of damage. Come on. Don't reload now. Yeah, I'm gonna die. So the Cyanoid isn't that good with Chroma. But, it's good with Mirage. Now let's look at the Big Daddy. The reason why I love Chroma so much. Tiger's Prime is one of the the highest damaging weapon in the game. $402, not a problem. 402%, 2 shots of Tiger's Prime. 1 shot could do the job. Easy peasy. We're also going to take the Lanka into there. But why the Lanka, you might ask? Because I don't have Vectus Prime. I'm ready when you are. So yeah, as you see there, very high damage with Chroma, and you could probably carry your team with just a Chroma. Here's my Dread with 3 form on it. I love the Dread. I always love the Dread. Such a good bow in the game. I think the Rakta Sarnos beats it in DPS just a bit though. Only 34% status, while my Rakta has 50%. But you know. See if we can one-shot him. Can't one-shot him. That's the one thing wrong with the Dread, is it doesn't really stack that well with Chroma. Yep. What was the issue with that there, Hooner? Nothing. But, yeah. Yeah, yes. But that's why I don't use the Dread as much as I do the Rakta Cernos. So, yeah. If you guys want me to try some other weapons, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I really do like the way Chroma fights right now. I'm also going to be leveling up, who is it, Rhino.
I will be upgrading Rhino as soon as possible too. 575%, yeah, 595% or 93%. That isn't that bad. It's just enough in my opinion. Brachioceros does way more damage than Dread in my opinion. That's just me though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, possibly subscribe, it'd make my day. Peace out.